done numerous times. You know, this is a fight that makes sense for now. You know, the world title's still the goal, but you can't. This is once in a lifetime. This is a fantasy fight for the British public. I mean, forget about how far apart we were when I first turned pro. The names were still mentioned to me. Eubank was still mentioned to me before I even had my debut fight. So it's just been brewing, and you know the stars have aligned for October the 8th. You know, we both walk the same road, so you got to respect that, respect all fighters. But when we get in there, we do settle the family business. You know, and I'm taking care of the family business. You know, the last fight was a draw, and you know it's about time I set the score straight. I believe so, but at the end of the day, it's not my job to worry about what he thinks or what he does or, you know, his team and how he's approaching this. I worry about what I got to do. And, you know, I've always worried about what I got to do, irrelevant of everyone else and what they're doing. I'm focused on delivering October the 8th, and I ain't failed to deliver. I ain't tasted a loss, and I don't plan on taking a loss October the 8th.
You know, he's so diligent in his training and the knowledge of the boxing, you know, of his boxing game. And I believe that the weight 157 is what Chris Eubank's team asked for. We agreed to that. So I believe that he'll be strong at that weight. Conor Benn, he spars with all the world level middleweights and super middleweights in my gym day in, day out. You know, I don't, when he fights these days, I don't put him in with welterweight sparring. I always go in with middleweight sparring because, you know, the welterweights, they just don't hold up to him. So I know what he's made of and I know what he can bring to the table. And that's, you know, that was a big factor in taking this fight. And, you know, Conor really wanted the fight. I spoke to Nigel on the phone about it. Nigel said the fight, you know, it's ready to happen, and if the fight presented itself, then it's there, and we're here now, and October the 8th is not far away.
Do you know what? My dad's messaged me a few times after Eubank's fall and said, you know what, son, this fight can happen, you know, sooner rather than later. And here we are, mate. But yeah, he's, you can imagine what he's like at home. He just can't wait to go over and do the camp with me.
Calla?
You know, this is a fight that nothing like this has ever happened before in the history of the sport. Two legends who went into a ring 30 years ago and inspired a nation, became superstars, you know, etched their names into not just boxing history, but British history. They did that. You know, 17 million people watching these guys fight twice. And now, 30 years later, their sons, who have both made themselves in the sport of boxing, are gonna get in the ring, and the Eubank Benn name is gonna go to war for a third time. You know, something like this has never happened, and I don't think it ever will happen again, ever. That is why I took this fight. That was the main reason I wanted to be a part of this, because I wanted to be involved in something that has never been done before and that can never be replicated. It's exciting, you know. It's very exciting. What's my take on him? He's undefeated. You know, the hype train around him is full steam ahead. He has momentum. He has, you know, knockout wins, highlight reel knockout wins. You know, he's doing a lot for himself in the sport, and he's been able to get himself into a position where this fight is accepted by the public and makes sense. He is big enough now, physically and profile-wise. He's undefeated in 21 fights. He has that fire, he has that spirit. So we're here. We've made it. We've done it. We've signed the contracts, and we're about to make history. That is, you know, it's exciting. I didn't think. You know, I always kind of thought that this fight may happen, but never this soon. You know, I thought maybe, you know, towards the end of my career, you'll get it on. But, you know, I'm seeing on social media that I'm already at the end of my career now. 32 years old, you know, he doesn't have it anymore. He's He's lost that killer instinct. Roy Jones, he's taken away his that fire, and he's a playboy now, and he plays poker, and he travels, and he doesn't really want it. Whereas Ben is the young lion. He's hungry. He's the destroyer. He's knocking guys out. Eubank, he just goes the distance. He doesn't have the power. That's the narrative that people are pushing. And it's incredible. It's incredible to see that. It's incredible to see people say that, and it's not just fans. It's actually people in the industry who should know better and who should have more respect for what I've done. But it's okay. I'm used to people being disrespectful and doubting me and saying I can't do it, and being in these 50-50 fights all the time. I had someone today say, "Oh, it's a 50-50 fight. Eubank Ben." It isn't 50-50 to me, but I like that people think that, because if everyone thought I was going to go out there and just win, then it wouldn't really be a fight. It wouldn't be a fight worth having. He believes he can go out there and stop me. He says he can be the first man to do that. You've got balls, kid. You've got some big old balls.
You'll find out, mate.
Oh.
Don't you worry about that. You'll find out.
Okay. Well, maybe I will.
You playing the underdog card. Oh yeah, they're challenging me.
I don't think I'm the underdog.
No, that's the card you're trying to play.
No, I'm not.
You're trying to play that.
You can't beat
me being dropping weights at disadvantage, mate. You suggested the weight to us, and we agreed. We just simply applied. You make the weight. That was all.
Did you send the contract to me, or did we send it to you?
Oh well, sorry. It's your team that are informing my team. So that's not a me problem. Okay. We was told you can make this weight.
I can make the weight.
Okay, well then that ain't a disadvantage. Surely going up 2 weights is a disadvantage.
We both have advantages and disadvantages leading up to this fight.
Okay, fair, but you're just playing the underdog card.
Conor, you can't beat me.
Okay, but I'm going to say the same about you. You're not seeing this as a 50-50 is a problem with your ego.
No, it's not.
No, of course it is. So, you taking me lightly is going to be your problem.
I mean, yes, I am taking you lightly.
Okay, then you'll soon find out and soon regret it, like I made every single one.
I can't do anything else but take.
Okay, that's fine, and you carry on playing poker and losing.
I underestimate you because I know what I am.
Okay, and I can say the same.
I don't see the pedigree and the grade that people are giving you. I don't see it.
Okay, but
maybe I'm wrong.
But then no one sees it in you. But self-belief is one hell of a thing, isn't it?
Maybe they don't.
Borderline delusional.
Yeah. I've been called delusional my whole career.
And so have I, mate.
So we're both just two delusional guys.
Well, that's fine.
And I guess we're going to find out who's the most delusional in a couple of months, which is the sexy thing about this.
We'll see, won't we?
But I'm not an underdog in my mind. In my mind, it's impossible for you to win. But I like that people are saying that you can beat me, because it just gives me that extra kick up the arse to get up and do what I need to do to get ready for this fight. The weight, I'm going to have to get to a weight which I haven't been since I was 18 years old. That it's going to be tough. It's going to be very painful to do. And then, not being able to put on a certain amount of weight after the fight, the restrictions, they're fair. They are fair because you are coming up. I won't be 100% on the night. You will.
Say you won't be?
No, I won't.
Oh, come on, mate.
I won't.
I see. You know what that screams? That screams excuses.
Well, I mean, I'm not
going to be 100% on the night.
I can't be anything but real. I can't just.
But
I'm just telling my truth.
the weight, though.
That's the weight we agreed on. I can't be 100% when I have to go down to a weight I've never been to, and then I can't rehydrate fully. I can't be 100%, but that's fair, because if I'm 100%, it's a public execution. We can't do that. So I have to be. I have to be at a disadvantage to make the fight reasonable. Let's be serious.
Your problem is your ego. You see that speaking there? That's your ego.
I mean, is it?
That's all ego, mate.
I don't know.
The same as the name first, when everyone knows it's Ben Eubank. The same as the ring walk. The same as all the other bollocks. Same as all that.
I'll be 60%. I'll be 60% on the night, and that will be enough to do whatever I want with you. his old man isn't here today, my old man isn't here today, but, you know, I'm going to be his fatherly figure during the lead up to this fight and on the night.
Excuse me, 1 second, Chris. Who's that was here holding their hand their whole career? Whole career.
I'm just saying.
Oh no, I don't need no father figure. You do.
I'm gonna be your father for this fight.
No, you do. I don't.
I'm gonna take you to school. I'm gonna walk you through the doors. I'm gonna sit you down in class, and I'm gonna stick on you, and I'm gonna teach you every single lesson you need to learn. That's how I see the fight playing out. And if you want to ask me, do I have any advice for him? My advice is
no one asked. No one asked.
Well,
You're getting
Calais
ironed out. No one asked.
Calais asked, so I'm gonna be polite and answer his question.
He said, what have you got to say? You said what you've had to say. No one's asking for your advice, mate.
My advice to Conor is, you know, get sparring partners who are going to really hurt you for the next 8 weeks. That's the best shot you have because, you know,
but that makes zero
October
sense,
8th,
doesn't it? That makes zero sense.
October 8th, the pain you're going to experience is if you don't get your ass kicked in the gym, then it's just going to be too much of a shock to your system when I put it on you on the night. So get some tough guys in your training camp for this fight, please. That way we can make it more of a competitive event on October 8th. I don't hate anybody. I don't have that.
But the words are quite strong, so it's like it's...
I would never give anybody that type of power over me to hate them. That's a very passionate and strong emotion that I would never give anyone the power over me. I don't even dislike Conor. He hasn't done anything to me personally, so I don't dislike him. But at the same time, this fight is personal. You know, the things that his father put my father through, I can't forgive and I can't forget. And I grew up, you know, I watched the mental stress and the toll it took on him preparing for those fights. I watched the injuries and my mother having to look after him after the fights and him going to hospital and him losing half of his tongue. You know, I watched Nigel tell my father on national TV that he hated him. You know, these are all things that I can't forget, I can't forgive. And this is a fight where both our family names are on the line. And we have to uphold those names to the best of our ability. We're both going to do that. That's where it makes it personal. You know, I can't. You know, Nigel is his shot at, you know, his losses being avenged is Conor beating me. That's the only way he can ever avenge those losses. That's the only way he can kind of redeem himself. All right, well, my son beat his son. That will help him sleep better at night. I can't let him get those extra hours of sleep. You know, I can't do that to my old man. I have to uphold the family name. I have to do what's right. I have to make sure that the Eubank name stays on top of the Benn name. You know, I'm not letting the Benn name even the score.
You know, Dad had a draw in the last fight. We know he should have won, but you know, that's that. I'm gonna get in there and handle business, and you know, I'll settle the score.
He's definitely mind games. Is that
I could not really care less, to be honest with you. If he thinks he can beat me at 60%, that's his problem. It has nothing to do with me. I'm gonna prepare for him like I prepare for everyone else, and I'm going there. And if I see a slight opening, I'll take him out. I'm gonna go for it. You know, he needs quality sparring. That's what he needs. He needs to focus. He needs to stop worrying about everything else. You know, while I'm up at 2, 3 in the morning training, while he's probably still out playing poker. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, I'm hungry, you know, and I'm ready for this. Is he though?
Am I ready? Well, currently no. I'm overweight right now, and
Okay, well I'm ready now.
and you know, I haven't really been in the gym consistently.
Do you know what? I keep hearing excuses.
No, we have 8 weeks.
No, but that's like just this.
We have 8 weeks. So after this press conference, the training camp starts. You know?
Okay, I'm 3 weeks in already.
The weight cut starts. You know, I'll slow down on the poker if that makes you happy. And
Well, no, 'cause when I give you a good beating, I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh, you know, but I was
No,
60%.
there's no
Oh, you know,
excuses.
but I lost on poker. Oh, but I, you know, I'm at a disadvantage and all that.
there's no excuses, Conor. I'm telling you,
Okay,
you can't,
good
you
then.
can't beat
Good then. No excuses, please.
You cannot beat me.
Okay.
So, you know, I'll get down to the rate. I will do that.
So you should.
I'm not going to get fined hundreds of thousands of pounds for being a pound overweight.
Why are you playing that card? You suggested the weight, mate.
It's not a card. I'm just simply saying what are the penalties if I miss the weight. That's all I'm saying. And
To
I'm
be
saying
fair, you
that
do need that money for poker, though, don't you?
Well, you know, let's not get excited. But you know, I will make the weight, and you know, I'm not going to kill myself in this training camp. You know, I always, you know, preparing for fights, I kill myself in these camps. You know, I train like an animal. I spar killers. I'm not doing any of that for this fight because, one, I don't need to, and two, you know, the weight is the main thing for me. Weight cut. You know, I want longevity in the sport, and what a lot of people don't know is that what takes it out of you, what really puts, you know, the miles on the clock is hard training camps. Sparring 3-4 times a week for 8 weeks. That takes a toll on you when you do that for years and years and years. I don't need to do that. I don't need to toll myself for this fight. I just need to make sure I make the weight, make sure I'm fit, make sure I, you know, get up to my 60%, and take care of business, you know.
Chris, can I just ask? I really get the feeling that you think you're going to walk straight through Conor Benn.
Absolutely.
That's the game plan.
I don't need a game plan. I just need to show up. What you know,
We saw in the Williams fight, you boxed offensively, defensively. You didn't really turn the screw in that fight.
He broke his hand in the second round, though, Ed. Yeah?
No, I didn't break. Come on, Calais. Don't indulge.
Why are you making things up,
in that
Keller?
story? Yeah, come on. I know you're a promoter, but you don't have to. You don't have to take it that far.
I would say it was a strategical performance, and we got the job done.
We got the job done. Was it my best performance? I don't know. You know, I dominated the fight. You know, people talk about, oh well, he's lost his killer instinct. Roy Jones has changed his fight style. He doesn't have that. You know, he can't throw all those punches anymore. I mean, listen, if that's what Conor wants to think to help him prepare for this fight, then that's okay.
Why are you worrying about what I think?
Oh, I'm not worried.
What you are clearly. You can come out however you want. It ain't going to make no difference to me and my approach. I'm still going to come out and do exactly the same thing. I'll do every single time.
Okay.
So come out how you want.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Can I ask you both a question? Conor, maybe starting with you. On the training camp, you've obviously had lots of hard training camps in the past, but do you think that the mindset around this fight is going to change the camp? Is it going to bring a different dimension to it?
No, because I train hard regardless. You know, each fight I treat as my world title fight. There's nothing more I can possibly do. And, you know, it's exactly the same for this fight. If I can raise the bar in training, then I will. If I can push myself more, then I will. But I don't know if I can. I do everything I can anyway. I'm a motivated, young, hungry fighter. So there's nothing more I can do. Irrelevant of who it is, that could be anyone sitting there. I'm still going to train hard. Is there more pressure on my shoulders from the public about this fight? Of course there is, and so he's going to be feeling it as well. But you know, I'm treating the same way I treat everyone else. I prepare the same way I prepare for everyone else, and that's full steam ahead.
And when
Me, on the other hand, I won't be preparing like I usually prepare. Like I said, I want to keep.
What happens if I
the
beat
gas
you,
in the
Chris?
tank?
What do you do then? What's
Conor, if
No, just answer the question. Don't go, Conor, if you beat me, blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to answer your question if you calm down for a second. You know, you have nothing to lose in this fight. If you pull off a miracle and beat me, you're a superstar. you're a made man. You're out of your father's shadow. It's beautiful.
No, I'm out my father's shadow already, mate.
No, you're not yet. Not yet.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Yeah, you're not
That's your
proven
opinion.
yet. You're not proven yet.
That's your opinion.
This is your chance to do that.
No, I disagree.
And if you lose, it's too early. It was too early. It was too soon.
You keep thinking
Go
about
behind
excuses,
the weight.
though.
No,
Oh,
it's
you
not-
don't hear me
it's
come
not
out with one excuse. Oh, he's a heavier weight and I'm taking the game. I can't give a rat's ass. I think I can beat you. I'll beat you.
Okay.
Forget the weight. Forget everything else. Me jumping up 2 weights. If I think I can beat you, I'll beat you. That's why I've taken this fight. Don't hear me going, I'm only going to be 40% because you're two weights heavier. Oh, I'm not going to prepare for this. That's what you keep coming out with. I don't need you to make up excuses for me if you think I'm going to lose.
No excuses.
Well then.
For me, this is actually, so for him it's a win-win. For me, it's a lose-lose. If I lose to Conor Benn on the 8th of October, I'm finished. Finished. I can't, my goal is to fight for a world title within the next year. I can't lose to Conor Benn and then say, hey, let me fight for a middleweight world title. Just can't happen. And if I win, I'm most likely not going to get the credit for it because he was too big or Conor, whatever. So it's a lose-lose. All the risk, all the pressure is actually on me for this fight. I mean, he's got his pressure, but I've got a lot more to lose. So you're in a great position. You're going to make an absurd amount of money.
I get paid already, though, mate.
It's a great business move on your part, but make no mistake. The money you make is all good, but on October 8th, I'm going to liquidate you. I am going to do that, and everyone's going to see it. But it's okay. You're taking a shot at greatness, and I do respect that. I do respect that. I did the same thing against Groves. The guy was 20 pounds heavier than me on the night. The guy was a completely different weight class to me. Me and you are going to be within this. We're going to be within 3 to 5 pounds of each other on the night. So it's actually not that much of a people have gone through worse. You've got to take your beating to get to where you want to get to, and this is the time that I think that you're going to have to take a beating to get to where you want to get to. I can't wait to see what happens.